know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Yeah. Run up and up his friends. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Houston Oilers and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the... End zone for a touchback.
Left guard defense. Left guard defense. And here we go. Shoot. Check 13.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You got time right there. Check 3.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. It's run. 40. Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Kill. 20.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's coming. He's got to double up. Check.
On the ground, it's Eckler. Fights him off. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
He's checking. Crash. Watch out. Rush in. Check the backer.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Weiland. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
First down, Houston.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watch the run. Patch it. Big dash. Come. Shoot. Check 3. Check. Hey, switch gears. Check. Crunch.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wiley, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready. Kill. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Slam. Jam. Check it out.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. This is Hill on the draw play. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Badgley's kick is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And to give this time to the tailback. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now they try the right side here. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Kill.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff looking right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st down and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 51. Come clean. Showing it. Watch the safety creep.
Operating from the gun, Riley. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Riley. And caught by Henry. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Eckler, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Tighten up.
On 1st down, Wiley is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. No.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Buddy up. 40. In the face. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey, 4 down.
To throw on second down. Wiley, he'll get this to Eckler. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on third down. Wiley complete. It's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Wiley. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's He's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. So all of a sudden, with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the...
Touchdown, Houston! Mike Williams, as the first half is winding down, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A final shot before break. Wiley is going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Switch! Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Yeah.
On third down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Come on, baby. Let's go.
First down and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
40's Mike. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw on second down. Wiley, man open. That's Kiki QT, complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Lucky.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Justice Hill, 47 yards. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous. Mike 51. That's what I do.
They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't
they? That little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here is Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
You got time right there. Check three, check three, check three.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Kill. 25, check 25. Check 52. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll try the right side with Eckler, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Watch out.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Watch the area.
On second down, it's Hill. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Justice Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tighten down. There you go.
Here's Jackson throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 40-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. "27 yards there, a first down."
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Hatch it, hatch it. Quick dash. Come, come. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check 3, check 3. Check.
On the give, this is Eckler. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Hey, switch gears. Check. Crunch.
Operating from the gun. Wiley looking for his running back, and he's got him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
First down, Oilers.
Here we go. Set. Check tight. Check your hot read. Hey, watch it. Check.
A handoff. It's Eckler. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Situation, let's go. Shoot. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch the
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus? Tackling the runner for a loss.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Wiley. And that is incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the...
That's caught at the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They give it to Hill running right. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He's back to throw. He completes it to Henry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Do. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run it with Hill. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road, want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Like this. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now a handoff looking right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I can't believe they even let you play.
And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And an alley to run. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. 66. Put it. Pow. Hey, check. Where'd it go?
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play.